Yeah. And and if the serious misconduct that, and this is why I'm saying, I told you all that the spin is going to come, and they're going to try to, say things to malign his character. If it is serious misconduct, if the serious misconduct is that he came on the show as a programs manager, that is a lie. I
That's
can say
correct.
that that is a lie. It
Yes.
is a lie. It did not occur. And if that is so, it is my opinion that's a made up charge. That's a trump up charge. And that's why I say to people, when you're talking about this, it is important that you go back to the beginning, Dr. Ferdinand,
Yes.
of this whole thing, when Ronnie would have put out on his personal Facebook page what the announcer was going to be singing come the next year crop over, which was the National Carol Festival. And that's why I asked the question at the beginning of the show, Dr. Ferdinand. I asked it of Starcom because that's because of the reports that's coming to me. So I'm asking it of Starcom. Starcom, did a government official contact you about the title of this man's song? And what did they say? Was it a complaint? What is it? And then the next thing I wanted to know was what was so different about this particular song that they, if they did contact them, all the other songs that he would have put out, and it's a customary thing of his to say what he's going to sing about. When you talk to Ron, he's always telling you, I'm singing about this, I'm singing about that, because he's excited about what he does. So the big question is, what was so different with this particular song? And then when his song was banned, and it wasn't banned because of any broadcasting reasons, anything that he did, he did not, the rules were broken, and therefore, and that would have been fair if they found something wrong with the song. But the reason it is being alleged, the reason that the song was banned, at least one of them, was because of commercial considerations. So then is where I'm asking, what is the value of the Starcom, the ad spend of the NCF to Starcom?
And Marcia, um, when one looks at, and I say this respectfully, when one looks at the national profile of Ronnie, Ronnie has a national profile. He is very well known nationally, not only as a calypsonian, but in the context of his profession. Now, within the context of that, while I appreciate the fact that Starcom is a privately operated company, it can do whatever it likes, it can hire and fire whoever it wants to. That we understand. We got that. However, within the context of what we as a nation have been battling with for the last several years, under the context of things called transparency and accountability, I believe that the Barbadian public is owed an explanation concerning the matters surrounding Ronnie. No one is asking for their details, but I believe that out of respect for the citizenry who pay the bills, let's understand this. Starcom cannot function without advertising. It will have to shut down, and programming. If it did not have the two of those, programming and advertising, it could not function. And out of the respect for the Barbadian public, knowing the role Ronnie has carried both at the station and in the context of the culture of the country, I believe that it is respectful and it is the decent thing to do for Starcom to explain to the Barbadian public why Ronnie has been fired from the station. Now, if they're going to tell us that the matter is under legal redress or however you want to frame it, and I understand that when matters are being operated with in that context, you really can't comment on them. I can understand that. But I believe that the Barbadian public needs to take a stand from our position. I remember some years ago a politician, and I wouldn't call his name. He was a member of the opposition at the time, made the comment that Barbadians are not interested in facts, only impressions. That's what he said. Now, if that is taken to be so, then the impressions that Barbadians are carrying at the moment does not augur well for Starcom. I have seen comments on Facebook, and I have seen comments here on the show of people's pulling away from Starcom, listening declining, support declining. And these are not things that any private operating company would feel good to see beginning to happen where their operation is concerned. And and I appreciate the fact that Starcom is a Trinidad-owned company, as far as I'm aware. It is no longer owned by a Barbadian concern. It is Trinidadian owned. And I sincerely hope that there has been no circumventing, going around circles, politically and so forth. I sincerely hope not. And I agree with you. Ask the questions. Nobody is saying the government is involved, but we're asking the questions. Did any government member or any member of a government office contact Starcom indicating their disgruntledness, dissatisfaction, or whatever with the song that Mr. Clark has done or with his appearance on this show?
Yes, thank you so much. We have on the line a caller. Good night, caller.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Yes, good night.
But you don't have to say that you have a call. The call is that you let you want to terminate the but your contract with you,
Who did he say it was? He said it was who Victor who?
Yes,
Just let me know. No, stop. I'm talking to you, please. If you are afraid to call me, you can just let me know and tell me when
no,
you get
Mr. Young, I wanted to surprise the people with your voice. Go right ahead.
I'm surprising the body because I want to make it abundantly clear you can influence the body unless there's a puppet. You have to influence the oneself. It's only if you're on a hand that somebody can influence you. I want to make it clear abundantly clear tonight. I am back in Barbados, really competing at the World Senior Games, and I wanted to make it abundantly clear. I call your program to mostly try to push the senior games. I don't call your program on a political basis because when I call your program, I get more latitude to talk about the senior games than when I try to call any of the other two stations who are gatekeepers.
Yes.
So this is why I call your program. So I have no connection with no party, no politician. I will never have any connection with any politician or party. And I must make that very clear. The point I am saying, when you came up to the airport and interview me, I did not beg you to come, but most let you see what I had to offer. And you came and you did what you had to do. You didn't influence me and you can't influence me. So I want to make it very clear to people who got to believe that you can influence me. All that happens that people are vexed with you and the organization is that you're showing up the nasty wicked things that are being done by some of the people who are running this country. And these people who are vexed, I wouldn't say anything because they're too shame. They're still vexed and they're suffering too. So I want to make this clear. I got no connection to party, politician, none of them. What I want to do is competing at the games on my own financial basis.
Yes.
I don't want to compete. I don't. The government can't come and tune up pittance at me and tell me go up here and represent them. Because if you can represent a country, your airfare, your accommodation, your per diem, your transportation from point A to point B should be paid. Not somebody to live pittance and tell you, well, you're again, I need transportation. They can't do it to me. I want nothing from them. And I told all of them, don't come here to my place. Do not come. Do not send out no kind of thing asked me to check to see if when divorce is just or divorce is just nothing to do with me. They here asking the body for nothing. So I want to make a body clear you can't influence me. So the people who like me or who surround themselves around me and think that you can influence me, you can't influence me. All you have to call is fear is reality. What is this and wicked things that some of you who tell them and go hot politicians and some of you do more some most worthless things than anybody else and the players are now coming, some of them coming to food there. They can't fool me because I was around for 87 and nearly 88 years and I lived through every government. I know them guys. I work close and I know how to operate. And I know if you're saying the language to try to get after you. You think if I was in a job or had any affiliations to any of these parties, do you think that my contract won't be terminated? You know how it come on this program?
Yep.
They would terminate,
Yes, sir.
they would terminate what? They would terminate my whole body. But they can't terminate them by me because they don't like me. You saw it, you see me in person, right?
Yes, I remember.
Yes.
Right?
Let me tell the people, we went out there.
And then factors that generate to get a market. That's the rent you can see. So I want to ask them regular because that's the noise them when they talk about the rent to get a market. Because check all them that can't talk about health. It should be ashamed talking about health because take them into a barrel to get a market.
Listen,
So
Victor, Mr. Young.
You want me? I'm going to call your program. You're going to send a caller. You can send a Victor Young. Yeah, you can say Victor Young. Now you never see me turn up at the a favor yet.
You're right. You're right.
And the time somebody asked me a favor. Because when you said no, my pooch and the pastor, my dog's barking, they could belong with the gang because they tell the dog jump down and my post off. I want all of them. Ready it is. And let me say, once it's clear, whether you be true or I have no connection with politicians. I want to make it very clear too. I don't like politicians. As simple as that. So I don't want them to like me neither.
Yeah, but caller. I'm so glad you said that nobody influenced you because
Yes.
you call this program, and we love when you call and you share with us, and we.
The point is, what you are doing is showing up some of the worthless things that people don't want to show up because they're political pimps and political pundits. And they call them not yard folks, they're no yard turkeys. So all that you're doing, they like to show up because you see the worthless stuff, you should stomach it and say, oh, everything is nice. That is good. And you would just go around saying, but when you say, well, that's all right. And people understand you. I don't let nobody fool you. All that you see going on, and you say anything about this group of people that join this country, and in any position where you got to down politically, they will destroy them and the friends.
Yes.
Or they deal with the friends and the pimps who they got around them. This way they can't come around me because I never put myself in a pimping situation. My mother always tell me, very much, and they go and earn it. When you see me like to Utah, I have to earn it. I earned the money that they got in Utah. They earned the decency and the respect. But here you can't earn nothing from the certain side. You would ever think I would get an OB or certain things like that? Huh? Someone considers a lot more than some. Some people tell it's politicians or them only come yesterday around book the party and tell them come to the right side. The next one is party, they come to them and come to represent me, or they could tell me anything but politics.
Yeah.
Thank God, loyal to all of them that ran this country, and they know how to behave.
Well, Mr. Young.
That's all they want to tell you.
Yes.
Come for your program, and you don't want me for your program. Tell me that you want me, because tell me you want make some money, tell me you want.
man, I wanted to surprise the people when they hear your voice.
I just from the body I go out. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I can't I pass the trusting. The
Thank you
boy
so
is
much.
trusting. Don't worry, trust me on my
Well, Mr. Young, Mr. Young,
help and strength.
thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank
Good to
you.
hear you. Good to hear
Okay.
you.
Good night. Good night. That's such a beautiful call because really and truly, he understands what it is that we're doing. And
Yes.
we went to the airport to see this man off. He was going to Utah 4 o'clock in the morning, and we went there with a camera. Here he is going, no help from government. And I felt,
Yeah.
no, let us go. And representing the people. We went there to represent the loyal opposition, the 280,000 people in Barbados, to say to Mr. Young, we appreciate what you're doing at 80 something years old. I can't remember if it's 86. I have so many friends who are 80 something now that I can't remember which is who. But yeah, but to be going somewhere to run, to athletics, I thought we needed to pause and we set the alarm and we went down to the airport. And I know that there'll be some who they don't want to associate because he comes on the show, then they're going to try to victimize him. But you can't victimize Victor Young. That's what he's trying to tell you. You can't victimize him because he came on the Marcia Week show, because he understands the benefit of it to him. He's able to come on and express himself. But we have another caller here on the show tonight. Good night, caller. Welcome to the Marcia Week show.
Good night, Marcia. Good night, Dr. Ferdinand Nicholls.
I know who this is. This is Michelle. Let me say the
Oh,
name
yeah.
because she might tell me off like Mr. Young say, call my name. So I know the voice. So this is Michelle. Michelle just had a birthday, and we were able to say
Oh,
happy birthday to her. Yes.
yes.
Yes,
I want to
yes.
thank everyone for the warm wishes. Thank you for everything to the loyal opposition. I had a wonderful birthday.
Yes, 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 yes. Wonderful. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller.
I called in, Dr. Ferdinand Nicholls. How are you? I'm glad to hear from you. You are missed. You are absolutely missed. Okay, so I want your wife to get well soon, so you guys can come home. And we love you, Dr. Nichols. We love you.
Thank you. Well,
I
you
will
keep
keep
you
wearing
keep
that.
praying. You keep praying for us. She's going through a lot of tests. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the tests. Many of them are painful. She doesn't have a very high threshold for pain, and of course, she is not the strongest in terms of even the operation, because she does have some challenges with things like the anesthesia or something of that nature. So they have to work around those aspects. But she's in good spirits, and her faith is very, very strong. I can tell you that, very strong.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the update. And also, this weekend will be 1 year that we went to Washington, D.C. For the hearing on the cybercrime bill.
Yes,
And
where I met you for the first time.
whenever you introduce me, Dr. Nichols, you never forget to tell people that we went to Washington, D.C. You never forget to tell people we went to Washington, D.C. And I'm going to tell Barbados and tell the loyal opposition, it was the honor of my life to
Yes.
go and support the team that spoke. I did not speak during the hearing, but I was there to help and support and, make things a lot easier for those who travel so far. At the time, I was in Florida, and I drove 15 hours to Washington, D.C.
Yes.
And it was, like I said, it was the honor of my life to support Barbados in their time of need.
And
Yes. And
yes, there you are. And I can tell you, it was an absolute honor of ours as well, particularly mine, to have had the support, and all of you that came together to make us feel so welcomed, and to accompany us in a sense. We were there, we had no one around us, and then suddenly this entire group appeared, and we really appreciated your presence and your support. Thank you so very much.
I
There we
can't
are.
believe it's a year already. I can't believe that we're here,
Yes.
and we have to deal with Mr. Ronnie Clark and his matter. And yes, if we hadn't done that, who knows where this situation would have been, and where we, as the general public, as citizens of Barbados who speak out on matters that we don't like in reference to the things that the government is doing. I don't know what situation we will be in, but there's other things coming up. We
Yes.
hear there is a domestic terrorism bill they want to bring. So we're ready. We're ready. This bus does not stop. The truck does not stop moving, because they think that we are we may be in fear of some of the things that's going on. No, the bus doesn't stop. The truck doesn't stop.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we keep moving. And what, there's a song that you wrote, when when Ronnie's song was banned. This was before he was fired. When the song was banned, that you wrote a song for him. And I know we have been some, yeah.
I wrote that song in reference to the Calypsonians, because you had a few Calypsonians on the show, and it was like really shocking to me to know that when you write a song, and you have to present it to a lawyer, it has to be vetted before you can sing the song. I felt that it was like completely outrageous. I think that it's important that the industry, the music industry in Barbados, or in the region, put it that, that these things be addressed. Like, there's no way that you cannot speak on a song, and right is considered art. It's not considered you're just not stop talking. It's considered art. So I don't understand how your art can be edited and modified. Put it that way, edited and modified for the public. It's one thing when it's lyrics that are maybe to not not able to play on the airway, and you have a clean version versus the other versions of the song. That is something totally different. But this here, where you're writing, you're writing what's on your mind. You're writing about topics that are going on, and you're writing what you feel, and then before you can perform your song, or before someone can hear your song or record it, that you actually have to have a lawyer to look at it. Absolutely outrageous.
Yes.
But Michelle, one of the words used in the cybercrime bill was the word offensive. I don't know if you all recall it.
Yes.
To the point where if somebody takes an offense, and what we are seeing here is an attempt, in my mind, to introduce the concepts of the cybercrime bill without introducing the cybercrime bill. Because if someone feels offended by something, the cybercrime bill made provision for action to be taken against that individual whom they deem to have offended them. And it would seem to me, on the basis of Ronnie's entire situation, that to me, that is the fundamental thing that we're dealing with. And that is very serious.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I want the loyal opposition. We're going to keep up the good fight.
Yes. So are you going to be there on Saturday?
We are going to keep speaking and going to keep talking on the topics that basically affect us as citizens of Barbados, and we're just going to keep it up.
Yeah.
Don't stop, don't quit. We never tire.
Yes.
I love you, Barbados.
Love you too, Michelle. And are we going to see you on Saturday, 10 a.m. right
Absolutely.
there? Yeah?
Absolutely. These legs keep it up. Yes.
And happy belated birthday.
Yes. And happy.
Thank you.
And remember now, Michelle, you know what? Ronnie is going to be there. He's given me that assurance that he's well. He told me, he said, I'm going to be there, and you heard him on video, we're going to play that very soon again,
Yes.
where he's saying, "Come out.
Sure.
I'm going to tell you everything." So, I can only say what I know. That when he came on, I never heard him say anything about him being a manager. I never heard him say anything about that. He didn't come on the show to talk about that at all.
No, if anything, when he was on the show, he corrected anyone. I'm here as the announcer.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And so we will hear from him very clearly, on Saturday. So we're asking everybody to come out, just come and stand with him, give him a hug, and just say a prayer over him, and let us stand with our brother. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Look, we have is that the song there? Listen, Dr. Ferdinand, don't let your wife get mad with me now. Anytime you need to zip on out, you just let me know you got to go,
Well,
okay?
I'm
So
smiling at some of the comments. I just want them to know that I'm not back. I'm still very much in Colombia and still very, very involved. There comes a point in time, as you know, Marcia, when family takes priority. Down through the years of ministry and involvement, I've had both in terms of the spiritual involvement and political involvement. My family has always kind of taken second position. But in recent years, I've made the decision that they must be ahead of and right at the front. And of course, most importantly, my wife. And so I haven't returned yet, but when I do get the opportunity, I will pop in from time to time. But I can assure you that I am following the show. I listen to it on a regular basis to hear what is going on in Barbados, because if there's one place I know I will hear the truth as to what is happening in the country, it's the Marcia Week Show.
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I got a message here coming through, but I let you hear that another time. I let you. So anytime we don't blame me now. Don't blame me.
But I am not. I am going to release you from any opportunity of that, and I'm going to run away from you because I haven't even had dinner yet. I haven't had anything
Yes.
to eat yet for the night, but I just had to jump in. Like I said, it wasn't planned. I just made the comment on the chat, and when I heard what you said, I said, "Well, you might be in for a surprise." I didn't realize that you would have caught on to that so quickly.
Yes. I needed it because I had the idea that I was going to reach out to you and see if you could have made tomorrow's show, because it would have been actually the anniversary.
Right.
Because remember, when it was the 11th last year was on a Monday, so it would have been the closest to the anniversary, the 10th, although you went on the 11th. And so we wanted to celebrate that we went, but you're on tonight, so that is great. I mean, I'm not going to try to ask you to come on tomorrow.
Well, and let's put it this way: if the opportunity presents itself, I will do my best to pop in, maybe for a few minutes. But it
Yeah.
really depends on the schedule that we're given tomorrow from the hospital.